Coming up on First at 4, the Wise County, Virginia man convicted of shooting the Norton police chief in 2021 has learned that he will spend the rest of his life in prison. And with another Republican incumbent bowing out of the race for another term, the GOP's slim majority in the House of Representatives could be up for grabs.
Plus, gusty winds stick around as temperatures tumble. Your forecast coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon. I'm Olivia Calfee. First at 4, much of the region has faced an onslaught of wind and rain today, but tonight that rain could turn into a few flakes. WYMT meteorologist Cameron Aaron is tracking that and more on this First Alert Weather Day. Cameron?
Yeah, Olivia, we're tracking some more showers this afternoon, also some more gusty winds, but like you said, possibly a few snow showers by tonight, also early on Wednesday. But right now on First Alert Pinpoint Doppler, we are still tracking some more light to moderate showers. Zooming into a heavier band of rain not too far away from downtown Jackson and Breathitt County, also into Wolfe County, down into portions of Perry County, not too far away from Buckhorn. This little band of showers could produce gusty winds up to 30, 35, or 40 miles per hour. Also some more heavier rainfall not too far away from Middlesboro and Pineville and Bell County into Knox, also Clay County at this hour, and some more light showers close to Paintsville and Johnson County, into Magoffin County, also into Lawrence County at this hour as well. But the big story, those gusty winds are back up to 41 in London, the gusting up to 36 in Somerset, and up to 32 in Irvin for Estill County. So we are tracking some more gusty winds this evening. Also, as we go into tonight, that wind advisory is in place through 8 a.m. on Wednesday, possibly gusts up to 40 or 50 miles per hour. And once again, that could be strong enough for a few power outages this evening, also overnight. So be sure to have that First Alert weather app on standby as more gusty winds, also more rain showers are possible this evening. But notice by tonight that rain begins to change over to a little bit of snow as temperatures tumble. More details on that coming up in just a few minutes. Olivia?
Cameron, thank you. A Wise County man has been sentenced to life in prison after shooting the Norton City police chief. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox was at the Wise County Courthouse earlier today for the sentencing.
Wise County Circuit Court Judge Ron Elkins sentenced James Buckland to life in prison. It was an emotional sentencing with testimonies and statements from Norton Police Chief James Lane, his family members, and colleagues. Buckland shot Lane 5 times. On May 7, 2021, Lane continues to battle injuries to this day. Lane says he was pleased with the sentencing.
My focus is on that justice, the court would go accordingly, and that sentence would take place and be just, and again, I feel it was.
Judge Ron Elkins said he was sentencing Buckland to life in prison because it was the most he could give him. I'll have more on the sentencing at 6. Now back to you.
Chandler, thank you. Buckland is currently being held at the Duffield Regional Jail. State leaders want your help finding a new education commissioner. The Board of Education is looking to fill the vacancy left by Dr. Jason Glass, who resigned last year. A search firm wants to know what you want from the next leader. Officials have created an anonymous online survey. The board says it takes about 5 minutes to complete. On Capitol Hill, another Republican incumbent says he won't be running for another term. 9-term Congressman Doug Lamborn of Colorado Springs says he's leaving the office to spend more time with his family. Representative Ken Buck is also vacating his seat. Lauren Boebert says she plans on running in Buck's district, leaving her current Western district up for grabs. With a slim majority in the House, it could spell out trouble for Republicans.
I think the conventional wisdom sometimes right now is that Democrats are going to take back the House in 2024. I don't think that's necessarily the case. A lot of our race ratings and our analysis of the races shows that it's pretty close to a toss-up right now as far as control of the House goes.
She says a big indicator of GOP success next election falls on new Speaker of the House Mike Johnson's leadership. President Biden is backing his defense secretary despite calls for him to resign over a mysterious hospital stay. Secretary Lloyd Austin was in intensive care for 3 days while nobody told the president or even the deputy who took over Austin's duties. Weijia Jiang has more from the White House.
70-year-old Secretary Austin was rushed to the intensive care unit in an ambulance on New Year's Eve, suffering a complication from an elective medical procedure he had on December 22nd. The next day, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Austin's chief of staff, and his spokesman all knew about the hospitalization, but no one told Austin's deputy who had assumed his duties, the White House chief of staff or the national security advisor, until 2 days later, when President Biden was finally informed.
However desirous he may be about preserving his zone of privacy, we cannot have him making those kinds of decisions at the risk of the United States being caught short in some kind of international or national security crisis.
The defense secretary's authority over armed forces is only second to the commander-in-chief's, and his role in the National Security Council is critical, especially as tensions rise during 2 wars in Gaza and Ukraine. The White House and Defense Department have launched formal reviews. According to a new memo, the Pentagon is looking into a timeline of events, an examination of the current process that determines if the secretary can perform functions, and recommendations to improve notifications.
With the National Security Advisor not being fully notified for several days, it's a concern to me.
Weijia Jiang, CBS News, the White House.
This afternoon, doctors revealed that Austin has prostate cancer and the hospitalization was for surgery and to later treat a urinary tract infection related to the operation. Coming up on First at 4, increasingly it is all about the loose and what happened aboard that Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9. We'll have the latest on the NTSB investigation.
And a first alert for gusty winds and snow showers later tonight, timing out that busy forecast after this break.